All right, welcome. We're going to be talking about friends today, and I have a friend of mine here named Jay. He actually earlier today we were actually having a conversation, and we were talking about you brought up friends and what you kind of like learned about the concept of friends and what friends are to you and how you kind of characterize that now or think about it now. I wanted to have a little bit deeper conversation with you. So, but before we go into that part, let's roll back a little bit and just like tell me about who your first friends or friend group was.
So my very first friend was Alex. He was a kid down the street. We used to hang out, play video games. I mean, it was the '90s, so we would be outside a lot of the time
Mm-hmm.
when the weather was decent enough
Where was this?
in Minneapolis,
Okay.
Minnesota. We used to bike rides, play at the park. We would play laser tag. When we got a little bit older, we were allowed to have BB guns and whatnot, so we'd have BB gun wars.
Oh,
Then when paintballs came out, we started doing the paintball thing.
tell me more about BB gun wars. What does that look like?
So it started originally on the reservation with me and my cousins, and it started off with plastic BBs.
Yeah.
Like the ones that won't really hurt or do any damage like that. So we would just like go out, kind of like laser tag, but instead of laser tag, it'd just be BB guns.
Okay.
So we would load them with plastic BBs, and
Yeah.
we'd be out at night, essentially blind firing at what we think is somebody was somebody that is on the opposite team.
Oh wow. Wow. How'd you do teams? You guys like different color shirts or something? They're like,
No, we just did it old school, shirts versus no shirts.
oh my gosh. Wow. That's insane.
Well, not necessarily no shirts,
But like a t-shirt or
it was
something.
more like a beater.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
we all wore black, so it would make it
Yeah.
a little bit more harder for us to see each other.
Right.
However, the ones like me and my cousin, we wore glasses, so anytime the moon or light would reflect, we immediately get bumped and we're like, oh
man, had a little bit of a disadvantage. Yeah.
it was terrible, but it was fun, great times.
Yeah, that's awesome. That sounds like a good time there. So when we were talking about friends, you kind of learned something new. So like at that time though, like what was your kind of understanding of what a friendship was or what friends are? And what were those kind of characteristics you would probably see as a friend?
At the time, growing up, it was a friend was somebody who showed up, somebody who was there, somebody who was always willing to hang out, do stuff. There wasn't really any. The expectation was to hang out with your friends, to
Okay.
be there physically.
Okay. Just hanging out. It was like video games, going out, BB gun wars and things like that, right?
Or it would just be wholeheartedly just we're all meeting up to go for a bike ride down to the park.
Okay. Okay. So how with those kind of like how your understanding of friends, which is like hanging out, spending time together, like doing fun activities and things like that. How did that differ from what you would say your relationships with like your family or romantic? Like was there differences in that?
Yeah, so I've always like thought like certain activities were reserved for certain like groups of people. For example, like going out to eat. I always figured that was just something you did with your loved ones or your significant other. I never really thought it was socially acceptable to go to like the bar or B-dubs and sit there and eat wings and have a beer and watch a game. I've always considered like those things to be, at the crib. Like if you're gonna watch a game with your friends, I always thought it was gonna be go to the one buddy's house that has the best TV, and then you just bring what party supplies you can for whatever it is.
Okay. Okay. But like if you like just going out and have dinner together, let's say like going to the aquarium or something like that, that wasn't reserved for like friend outings.
Yeah, so those I could kind of considered like dates.
Okay.
Or like family activities, something like you would take you or your significant other and your kids if you have kids.
Okay. Okay.
Or just a date,
Okay. Okay. And where does that kind of come from? Like where did that belief come from for you?
A lot of it had to do with how I grew up, the consistently moving around, consistently change the scenes, the scene of homes, whatnot, seeing how other people reacted and seeing how other people treated other people and what people said, how people treated the people that they called friends growing up.
Okay. So you saw other people, how did they interact with their friends? This is like how my belief was formed.
Yeah.
As to what a friendship looks like.
Yes.
Okay. Great. But like, and then recently, as of recent, you were telling me this is where our kind of conversation started today. Recently, something changed for you, right? And you're kind of a bit of your belief or understanding of that change. Can you tell me more about that again?
So, I had a conversation with someone, and they pointed out my relationship, and as in what I mean by relationship, and as I mean my friendship with my friend, my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
It was pointed out to me that we acted like brothers. I mean, I kind of figured we already did, but having somebody to be like, hey, you guys act like blood brothers, and this is the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
These are the things that I see that make you guys connect on the level that you guys are connected on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And having that aspect is changed my views quite a bit. It's more of like now I am reviewing the activities aspect of friendship.
Can you elaborate more on that?
So, for example, like you brought up, like the aquarium, or going out to just even a simple bite to eat. Those things don't have to be reserved just for that. Your loved ones and your significant other. It has taken me a while to realize that the social norm is, well, there is not really a social norm. It's whatever who you and your friend group or friends decided to do, and all of y'all agree upon.
Okay.
And you guys all, as long as everything is clicking and right, I mean, what does it matter what you and that friend are doing?
Okay. So you're saying more of that, you're removing some of those social norms or maybe those previous beliefs that you had, and saying, hey, this is no longer, like, this doesn't have to be this way. It can be whatever we want it to be.
Exactly. And getting that aspect, it has helped me realize a couple of things about myself and my belief system, which has helped me have a better understanding with people. Because I've never really been a people person, never really understood people. And by being able to change even a simple belief about friends has given me a better perspective on people.
What kind of perspective change do you feel like you're experiencing or hope to experience in?
Well, I've definitely experienced the not every two people are alike, and you can't combine one person into one group, because no two people can be in the same group on like a personality level. Yes, you guys can have the same similarities, the same traits, the same beliefs, same characteristics, but you and that person are two different people. And always being able, I've used to always just, okay, well, this group of people over here like to do sports. Oh, that's not me. I don't care. Y'all stay over there and do your sports stuff. Me, okay, this group of people are video game people.
I'm just gonna hang out with those.
Even though, in all reality, these group of people who are playing video games that I'm hanging out with and having fun with, more likely, these guys are all fucking football people or all sports people for all I know.
Right.
But those never come up because it's never be something that we talk about.
Right.
And to have a better understanding of friendship, I've had to essentially take myself out of my body and put myself in somebody else's shoes, and more of like figure out how they view friendship. To them, what is their understanding of what friendship means?
Okay. And learning this now, like what you're kind of picking up on, and like learning in regards to your idea of friendship and how you define it and how it impacts you. Is there anything in your past where you could point out and say, okay, if I knew this, what I know now, maybe I wouldn't have, went this direction with this friendship, or
yes,
done something differently with this friendship? Do you have an example of that?
Just recently, a person, who I'm about to bring up. We won't mention his name.
Okay, yeah. Fair.
You know the whole situation, but essentially, I was staying with someone, and they stole my stuff and then threw it away. Looking back now, and with my understanding of friendship, there's red flags, and there were indicators that I normally would just ignore because I want friends.
Right.
Now it's, if those indicators are starting to go off, I'm like, okay, raise my walls go up a little bit. why is this person acting like this? Okay, well, is it a good fit for what I'm trying to achieve?
Right.
And if it's not, then obviously I should have cut them out of my lives.
Right.
Another prime example is my ex.
Mm-hmm.
You know which one I'm about to bring up.
Okay.
Me and her are great friends.
Right.
Great. We met as friends, got involved physically, got into a relationship. We shouldn't have done that. We should have stayed friends. We were better off as friends.
Yeah.
I don't regret meeting her and building the memories that we have built. I do regret taking that step forward on the bringing it into an actual relationship.
Got it.
Because it did cause some strife. It did cause a little bit of, animosity.
Mm-hmm.
However, we're still really good friends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's essentially just taking the time and evaluate.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what does this person have? Not just the material things, but what do they have as a person?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are their goals similar?
Mm-hmm.
Are their what they're trying to achieve in life, is it similar as me?
Mm-hmm.
What can I benefit by being their friend, and what can they benefit by being my friend, being a friend to me?
Right.
And realizing that friendships is about give and take while benefiting from both.
Right. Yeah.
Because a friendship, that's what even like relationships.
Right.
There's the give and take, but there's still that you got to have that basic understanding and that basic ground.
Okay.
Like, for example, me and Logan. If you saw me and him out in public, most people wouldn't think that we're really good friends. They'd be like, you two are totally odd. Like, Logan's a college football fanatic. Me, I'm like, let me play Call of Duty for all my entire life and I would be happy.
Right.
So I would never have really thought that one of my best friends would be like a sports fanatic.
Right.
I've never cared for sports. I don't see the appeal in it. That's just me. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna catch hell because of that comment, but I don't care because I know I'm not the only guy out there that doesn't like sports.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
So I mean, it's the realization that there are people in your life that you wouldn't think are a friend. You might just consider them an acquaintance until you realize one day, holy shit, this man's my friend, or holy shit, we've been hanging out more, or whatever it may be. Whatever the reason is for you and that person to become from acquaintance to a friend, the process is not only confusing, but it's also a little exciting because with my new girlfriend, I've been trying the intellectual approach instead of being physical and I don't want to say gaslighting with love, but love bombing.
Yeah.
Instead of doing what I normally do and just appease them sexually and emotionally, I am now trying to stimulate them intellectually.
Okay.
Because even with relationships, the same thing applies to friendships.
Yeah.
Because who wants to hang out with somebody that doesn't stimulate the brain a little bit, who doesn't bring a little bit of laughter or make somebody smile?
You think some of your kind of Aquarius side of you, is that what that is? That stimulate intellectually?
I think it might be. I think it might be because in the past, I really never really cared about having conversations. It was just more of let's get to business and then let's talk.
Yeah.
Now it's more of we got plenty of time for that.
Right.
The physical part, it will always be there as long as the connection is right. But
right.
If the connection isn't right or it's built strong enough, then what's the point?
Yeah. Would you say then, are there certain things that you would find that are red flags that are easy to see? You can oh, there's a red flag, here it is.
Some things, yes. I won't lie. There are still a lot of things that I struggle with that I feel like I should know.
Yeah.
Especially at the age that I am. However, my life experience was was a little bit different from majority of other people's.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm a little behind on picking up on those things, but as I'm growing and becoming more mature, not just emotionally but intellectually and emotionally, I'm starting to realize that everybody is on their own.
Yeah.
Their path is different.
Right.
Even though our paths may align.
Right.
For example, your path is set to be this way. You know,
right.
Like your main goal now is Manifold.
Yeah.
Your brand. Like me, my main goal is to get my degree and move forward and go from there. When you and I first met, I mean, it was a crazy hectic ride.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Oh yeah.
But now, I feel like, me personally, like our friendship has grown better.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been trying. I hate that word. That's another word I hate is try.
Try?
Because I was raised as trying is the first step to failure.
That's a very interesting thing.
Yeah, especially up north, because a lot of things, how that, we'll come back to that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have a whole topic on that. It's belief of trying.
But reel me back in.
So you were talking about like you had to believe that that you are trying. You had to believe talking about our friendship that you were always trying something.
So yeah, now I am doing more of the attempt to do stuff that normal friend groups would do.
Right.
Something that, don't take this the wrong way, but something that you might be more accustomed to.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming, and I'm guessing here, that you and your friend groups, you guys would go out to the bar, or go do trivia night, or go to the pizza joint down the street, and go get a slice of pizza, or hit B-dubs and watch the game or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
And making that more acceptable for me. Instead of like being like, no, I'm good, I don't want to go out. Like, when in reality, I'm like, I want to go out, but I'm broke.
Right. Yeah, no, I get that. And it's okay, though, too, because I definitely have had the feeling of if I don't have the financial resources to do something, I used to, like, really hold myself back and put myself in, like, a hole and just say, oh, I'm not interested. When in all actuality, if I was probably a little bit more vulnerable and honest and just saying, like, I just don't have the financial means to, there may have been a few people out there that probably would have been a little bit more apt to help me.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't give anyone those opportunities. But yeah.
Neither do I. Neither did I. I've always felt like if I couldn't financially pay for it for myself, then I shouldn't be doing any of that, because I'm obviously not in that place.
Right.
Now, however, moving down here, I know that's not true.
Yeah.
Because there's been too many times where people who don't even know who've offered to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's hard for me to accept that.
Yeah.
You know, just me being me and me being so highly independent and not wanting to like accept help from anybody.
Right.
It does make it a little bit easier now.
Right.
Because now I'm more accustomed to it. Like up north, it's not really like that.
Right.
It's more of like everybody pays for themselves, and like if that one homeboy can't, usually there's someone in the friend group that'll cover him.
Right.
But it's more of like how can I get my mind to be more accustomed to what is socially normal?
Understandable. So if you're looking at in the future for you, a goal you would have for yourself, like in regards to friendships, what were you hoping after learning this and kind of having this, I wouldn't call it necessarily a revelation, but something that you're working towards, what would you say is the things that you're hoping for the future when it comes to friendships for you?
More selective. Instead of being like taking everybody's like face value, like, yeah, I'm your friend, blah blah blah, blah. You know, I'm so accustomed to, oh, you're my friend, oh yeah, a friend.
Right.
Now I'm more like, prove it. and what I mean,
okay.
And what I mean by prove it is more of like, it ties back to the action speaks louder than words.
Right.
All right, and then I had to change a lot of my beliefs on what a friend does, because like I said earlier, I stated, friends do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
My beliefs now, it's more of like your friends are there for you, not just physically, they're there for you emotionally and intellectually. They don't have to physically show up for you for them to show up for you.
Right.
There are many of ways for someone to show up without actually like dropping everything that they're doing and just like hightailing it to where you are and solve all your problems.
Okay. And earlier you talked about best friend versus friend.
Yes.
And kind of how you like the characteristics of those two different types. What were you saying there?
Okay, so a friend is pretty much just somebody who will tell you what you want to hear and tell you what you need to hear.
Mm-hmm.
A best friend is going to tell you what you need to hear no matter what.
Yeah.
They know it's going to hurt your feelings, but at the end of the day, they know that you know that it comes from a place of love and not a place of hate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's them just being like, hey, yo, wake the fuck up. You're being stupid.
Okay.
Calling you out on your shit when nobody else will.
Right. When was the last time you had someone do that for you?
Well, there's been a couple of times, actually, in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
And it's been... The first one was Kate, and the other one was Logan. And then... I can't remember if you called me out on my shit recently or not. I know you did in the beginning, when we first met.
Yeah.
When we first met, you used to call me out on my shit all the time.
Yeah.
But like a recent example... fuckhead.
Say again?
Fuckhead.
Explain why. Yeah, I guess tell me the why was that you why did they call you a fuckhead?
No. I'm referring to that fuckhead.
Oh, fuckhead. Got it. Gotcha. Okay, so fuckhead gave you some direct
No, it was that whole situation with him.
Oh.
And so Kate and Logan both called me out on it, and they're like, I explained the whole situation. They're like, "You're a dumbass. You know what you're doing. You need to fix the situation." And I'm like, "I know." And again, it kind of tied me back into the whole I didn't want to be homeless.
Right.
So like I was essentially a people pleaser, even though I should have been the person that I needed to be, not the person I've wanted to be.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. And sometimes we not necessarily want to be so much as it's like our survival modes are putting us in that state, right?
Yes. Survival mode is crazy in people.
Yeah.
I did not, like, going to school for psychology, I did not realize, like, how many people and how often people slip into survival mode.
Yeah. It's wired.
It is almost second nature for a lot of people.
Right.
And I'm just like, I go into survival mode a lot.
Yeah.
Just because it's safe. And that's what we do. It's safety. It's comforting. It's what we know it works best, and we know it's tried and true methods that has kept us safe and feeling comfortable, even though it's done us more harm than actual good.
Right. Now, let's go back to like your old self, yourself of the I was out playing with doing BB gun wars, right? Would that person look at a best friend the same way? Would that person say, "Oh, my best friend would tell me what I need to hear," or would that be different for that? However old you were at that time?
Oh no, back then it was no filters, no nothing. And like if one of us was being a dumbass, all of us would look at that one person like, "You're being a dumb fuck."
So that's pretty tried and true throughout your life, is your best friend would tell you what you need to hear, right? Kind of hold you accountable.
Like, so in the beginning, a lot of them would like tell me exactly how it is, but they would throw a little sugar on top.
Okay.
So like they would be like, instead of saying "you're a fucking dumbass," they'd just look at me like, "You're stupid."
Yeah.
So instead of like adding those what would be considered hurtful words, they're just being like, "Oh,
yeah,
you're just being stupid, bro."
Do they give you more context outside of like you're just being stupid?
Well, 9 times out of 10, if I'm told I'm being stupid, I usually know what
I'm
doing.
I
already know what I'm doing.
You're being honest with yourself on that level. Like, yeah, this was what I was doing. Yes. Okay. Fair enough. So, last thing here, we'll wrap up there. So, for friendships for you, as you go forward, you're going to be kind of, seems like you're going to be kind of, keeping your eye out like any other normal person, like not letting anyone and everyone in out of like just kind of necessity, but you're going to be kind of like, hey, let me make sure this makes sense for both me and that person there. As if you're thinking about, if someone else is thinking about how to look at friends and they're kind of like struggling with friends, or at least struggling with some of the things you were struggling with, what's one piece of advice in regards to friendships you would give them?
It's okay to be alone. It's okay, it's okay to have like one or two friends. I mean, some people in this world only have one or two friends, and those one or two friends are like the world to that one person. If you're trying to like build new friends, just take your time. It's just like any relationship. You just take your time, feel it out, feel the vibes, feel the energy. If you guys click, you guys click. If you don't, well, it's not meant to be. However, if things click, don't just like naturally assume like as oh yeah, we click, blah blah blah. It's gonna be a great friend. No. I've learned that the friends who tell you what you need to hear are the friends that you hate in the short term, but are the ones that you love in the long term. Yes, you're gonna hate them just for that little bit because they're calling you out on your shit. But at the end of the day, you're gonna love them because they're holding you accountable and because they're doing it with respect and love.
It's awesome. Jay, thanks for doing this with me. I appreciate your perspective. It's always kind of really good. Like, again, I was just sitting here, he brings it up, and I'm like, that's actually really amazing. I really appreciate it. I was like, can we throw this episode together if you don't mind?
Hell yeah.
So that's how that worked out. We were talking about this for, March, April? We were just looking at the
yeah, March.
Last year here. All his goal sheet over there that he was working on from going to get done March 21st. We were just reminiscing on, so that was pretty cool. But thanks again, Jay. Appreciate it, brother.
Not a problem.
See you next time.
Always.